The following podcast contains mature language and adult discussion.
Well, Kev, I was just watching an awesome film with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
I
beating
actually
the shit out of each other on
I
the
actually
roof.
edited that. Can we show that?
I can't believe you could afford those two. Check this out. Are you able to?
Is there a way we can
zoom that?
yeah.
There you go.
Good
there
click.
you go.
Yeah, there we go. We
Give me
need
a
some
little
volume.
audio. Can we get some audio there? Because it's clearly those two really fighting.
Yeah,
So,
get rid
Kev,
of it.
what we're looking at is totally AI generated, and I mean, I didn't study frame for frame. Maybe there is shit in there that would indicate that it's not real, but
I'm sure that it's like anything else, you know, like when we were listening to you do some ads, like to you because you hear yourself speak, I think you hear different than, but when I listened to the ad being done, it was definitely not you. I could tell it was.
it didn't
AI.
ring true to you.
No,
right?
no,
I
because you have
remember that.
yeah, it was your new, your chaos, everything. Like, so I think there's a lot, you know, a quick, 30-second fight scene with Cruise and Pitt going at it.
Epstein, you animal! He was a good man!
He knew too much about our Russia operations. He had to die, and now you die too.
See, that's
So
now listen to the Tom Cruise and think of Kyle Chandler, not Tom Cruise, because I hear Kyle Chandler from
Who's Kyle?
Kill Jeffrey Epstein, you animal! He was a good man!
He knew too much about our Russia operations. He had to die, and now you die too.
just
Question for you. Based on this, do you think, I mean, we go to, the first place I went as a card-carrying SAG member is, I opened the contract to see where we're at with this in the negotiation. I'll read that in a second. But do you think, though, that this could become like a fun game maybe for kids to cut their favorite film with their favorite actors? Like, yo, you know what would be cool? To see John Cena fight. Oh, give me another action star, right? Yeah, Oprah. Dildo on a pole match.
Hell in a Cell, First Blood,
and have that and make that. So just for fun, not for profit, not to keep someone out of a job, but just out of a fun pastime, not to fucking bully somebody at school.
I go the opposite way, okay? How fucking long have they been telling us that they're going to make an automobile that fucking flies? How long have they been telling us that? Since I was a fucking remember.
Well, it was a popular trope in the 50s, right?
Yeah,
when
the
they would show
future.
the future. Yeah, exactly.
So we still don't have it. And once again, with the fucking space mission that's supposed to go around the fucking moon is delayed. Maybe.
Did you send me that video of the guy closing the door on the spaceship?
Oh, of course I did. It looked like
a claw.
It looked like he was. It looked like he was. It had taken the fucking foil off of yogurt and was putting it back on in reverse. It's like, motherfucker, man. I tell you, until they fucking with AI, the AI is just not good enough yet. That's basically why we're not on the moon, because we're never going to be on the moon. all these fucking people that in their mind, they actually think that we're going to colonize like Mars. Like, that's just because the people that are in charge, the billionaires that are in charge of this world right now, they know that the really smart people realize that they're fucking this planet up at a rate that fucking there's no way can last 50 more years. So if there's no exit fucking strategy, or at least not the fucking smoke screen of a guy like Elon Musk who's telling you, we'll do this because I'm so smart. I fucking took over Doge and fucking I got rid of $1 billion of fucking debt. So,
Doge.
you know, I
Remember
just,
when that was a thing?
ugh.
But
I just don't, I don't know. I just, until all I hear is, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God about this AI. And then the really, really smart people say shit like, well, we really probably need to work on building a much more substantial power grid because the amount of energy this fucking, like they're building one of these AI, like, I don't know what they're, the fucking, what the it's a center and it's in Wisconsin. They want to build it, but the reason they want to build it where they want to build it is they want to use the fucking water out of Lake Erie. So now you're fucking, and Lake Erie, people don't know, I don't know if people know this or not. The Great Lakes are granite based. So the bottom of those Great Lakes is granite because the glaciers came through there and tore those fuckers out. And then they filled up with water eventually. But they're fresh.
right.
And so
Cool in the gang.
So you've got all these problems with. I just feel, and I know I'm jumping, I feel like a skipping record, but I just feel that I just had 10 years of this conversation with these Bitcoin motherfuckers, and it's $60,000 right now. And there's actually, I'll see people talking, well, yeah, I could go down to zero. It possibly could. And then I just remember the first time I saw them ask Buffett about it. And I just sat there, you know, like to me, like my financial messiah is going to give me his opinion. And he says, it's fucking Ponzi. He said, it's a Ponzi scheme. I wouldn't take, it's like bull. It's like, he just called it the fuck out. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, thank you. He says, nothing has value if it doesn't produce. Like if it can't manufacture, if it doesn't do it doesn't do a service. And you're just being traded like a stock. And a stock has profits.
Not even because tied to that stock is a copious amount of financial information about a company, and there's absolutely nothing tied to this floating money in the sky.
Yet
it's a video game is what it is.
Yeah, and yet everybody on Earth can fucking draw you what a Bitcoin looks like, but it doesn't exist. And that's because it's impossible for our minds stripped down to fucking say that something is worth something that they can't put their hands on. Talking to a friend of mine the other day, and he's involved in the. I guess they're considered ETAs, but they're precious metals. It's basically precious metals.
ETF.
I mean ETF. Yeah, ETF. Yeah. And it's a precious metal, but they don't have any physical metal. You know, so it's basically what they just shorted. They shorted for every fucking ounce of silver that we have physically, there's 350 ounces on paper.
when we mentioned last week the paper trade versus the
So, and I said, is much of a hindrance as it is, especially fucking silver. I mean, I bought silver at $23 an ounce.
You know how much silver's in your computer that you're using right now?
Yeah, so that's why the price of silver is $80 here, but in Shanghai it's $130 because they actually manufacture with it. It's like they use it daily. It's a part of their fucking manufacturing system. It's not a precious metal.
And while Bitcoin will cross $60,000, I heard that the Dow was over $50,000, and I thought we had a new trading metric.
No, it's just sometimes, you know, we get out in front of our skis, and God bless that Pam Bondi. I mean,
what we're referencing, if nobody heard, is during the Senate hearing, she proudly indicated, as she told everyone, that we should be apologizing to Donald Trump. Oh, I said his name. That the Dow crossed $50,000. It's not measured in currency, and I guess someone in a position you'd expect to know that, but maybe you realize what we're talking about, and you go, eh.
I was amazed that she's 60 years old.
Who is?
Bondi.
60?
60.
She's not 60. There's no way on God's green earth.
She's 60 years old.
Is she?
Oh, what? All of a sudden now you want to hit it?
Yeah, that swayed me. No, this makes it more inexcusable that you've been on the planet that long.
I think it's kind of a plus for her because she might be able to fucking grasp at that early dementia. So, you know, I just
60. I didn't think she was.
Yeah, she's 60. I looked her. I thought I was guessing 53, 51, somewhere around there. I knew she was out of her 40s. I knew that because she's a Tampa girl. She was born in Tampa, and she was our attorney general for 8 years here.
So you have a timeline that you can attach to a little bit.
And I also have a timeline that she was involved as the attorney general of Florida about the same time as that Mr. Epstein was down here, or thereabouts. So that's kind of, where he got that sweetheart of the deal where he could go to work and then come home and sit in jail for a couple hours.
Don't you think? I wouldn't consider myself a conspiracy theorist, but I have a question. If you know anything about the Epstein, there was a documentary on Netflix which was pretty terrifying and eye-opening to the size and scope of this operation, okay? There's no way you can operate something like that without having, let's at least call it complicity from people in very influential places. You don't have a net worth of fucking $1 billion and on an island in a place in fucking, where's it, Nevada, or he's got some strange place somewhere, New Mexico, and then he's got that fucking crib in New York City, man. That's like one of a kind, or had, and that's not some fucking Heidi Fleiss fucking deal he was running. The amount of this
fucking...
was not a ragtag operation.
No, this was
the victim.
I almost said this was a fucking Israeli intelligence fucking operation. I almost said that out loud. You definitely couldn't. You definitely wouldn't be able to control anybody's life if you had them on tape with a 14-year-old girl, could you?
Oh, you mean make things work in your favor if you had
I mean, push some fucking buttons here and there.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like Senator Geary in The Godfather 2, when he's has the dead prostitute in the room, and then kind of becomes Michael's guy.
Kev, all this discussion brings to mind that we have to help our teens with their money, and we need to know what's going on with our teens' money. Got to teach responsibility, right? I mean, some of us have to write our kids a frickin' IOU. But listen, for all the parents out there with teenagers, we know you're trying to keep a million different things under control, and Cash App is here to make sure your teens' money and spending isn't adding to the craziness already provided by your teenager. Cash App is designed to meet teens aged 13 to 17 where they are with intuitive educational tools. All right, available through sponsorship by an eligible parent or guardian, teens gain access to a personalized Cash App card that comes in different colors and patterns to fit their style. You know how finicky they are. And they can instantly access money from family and friends. Cash App makes managing money feel easier and honestly a little bit cooler than the other options that are out there. Platform also has tools that can help teens develop real-world financial habits in a space that is safe and easy to navigate. It's educational and practical at the same time. Listen, finally, no one wants unnecessary surprises. So with Cash App, there's no monthly fees, no minimum balance requirements, and no hidden charges when sending or receiving money. With the Cash App card, you and your teens' balances receive 24/7 fraud monitoring. If something is up, you have the ability to lock their card right there from your phone. So skip the stress. Give your teen a way to learn financial responsibility. And for a limited time, new Cash App customers earning that $10 if they use the code FAMILY10 in their profile at sign up. Then send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Direct deposit and promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. Thank you, Cash App.
Kev, there's a fan question I want to ask you here. Jeremy Zalouf said, saw an old clip, WW397, World War III 97. Nash came out of the ceiling as Sting. How have we never talked about this? Nerves? How have we never talked about this?
I don't know. There's a lot of shit. There's a lot. It's like a buddy of mine that I played basketball with. He went out to dinner with my wife, myself, and then my friend Lewis and his wife Peggy. And he was telling a story about how I saved through CPR. I saved our point guard out in Arizona during the second game of my freshman year. And my friend of 25 years who lives down here just looked at me and goes, how have I never heard about this? And I said, just something like you just do shit in your life and it just, doesn't get brought. Like, I remember.
But this is kind of significant.
Yeah.
Not that the point guard situation wasn't, but
I think it's more significant about saving somebody's life than me.
Yeah, but we don't talk about the Tennessee Volunteers as much as we talk about wrestling here. But
yeah,
I'm surprised you did something. I'm surprised you got talked into doing something like that.
I actually was my idea.
Really? That's even more surprising. Was it as harrowing as it would seem to be?
I wouldn't do it again.
Right.
I'll tell you what, man, you drop and you basically free fall until about 16 feet from the ground. And then it catches and you slowly fucking go down from there. But I mean, man, you're looking down at that fucking ring is the size of your thumbnail. And fucking you jump off, and that motherfucker's, it's like that, it's like a lightning bolt, and that ring's right there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
of all these risky entrances, like Sean did that zip line, of course the Owen tragedy, it was your idea, you said, okay. So if something went wrong, is it the company's responsibility?
I think that has to be taken up with whoever investigates the cause of my death if I'm killed. If the rigging it was improper rigged, or it was something that manufacture-wise, was a defect. That's why fucking those ambulance chasers make so much money.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't call them that because one of my best friends is a personal. Excellent term.
Were you ever asked to do something risky that you said no to?
Oh, all the time. But you have to realize Sting did this every night.
I know.
So it was if Steve was asked to do it, and it wasn't like this. I was the third person to fucking go. I wasn't part of the Atlas fucking program. But which preceded the Mercury program, if you're not into your space until it gets real.
It always comes back to that somehow, but you always
maybe I'm
manage to
just
work it in.
I'm just so
But it's there.
disappointed. I'm so disappointed. It's like finding out. It's like finding out Santa Claus isn't real. So
more evidence of that
where were
than
we?
your moon gimmick. Well, I asked you, were you ever asked to do anything unsafe?
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm sure there's a ton of shit. I wasn't one of those people that I wasn't going to just cut myself, like blading myself. I was going to do it unless it really meant something.
Well, you brought up blading. I want to ask you about some of the things I was thinking about outside of the match itself, outside of working with the other person, because you can get injured at any time in a wrestling match from somebody not securing you or a bad fall or whatever. Outside of that, how much risk is inherently involved in being a pro wrestler with some of these things? I want to throw them out there. You tell me how much risk you think this was, if it was risky at all, if it was very safe, or the pyro on the ramp.
I never gave it a second thought. So it was.
Were you coached where to stand, told, hey, Kev, this is
anytime they switched, anytime they did anything, or did any kind of pyro, or you were involved with somebody's pyro that was, that was always a walkthrough. Like, you were definitely positioned.
Right.
Like, I knew
So
as Diesel the back to, the back, hard camera, I'd do my fucking turn. I'd throw up my fist, and then the two posts behind me would shoot, the pyro.
What about steel cage matches?
Depends on what era. If you're talking about that motherfucking blue one.
The Bundy cage.
Oh, fuck. I mean, that motherfucker was brutal.
Yeah, those the traditional cage matches that you'd see were fencing, so there was some give.
Yeah,
but the blue one was solid metal, right?
No, that was like fucking somebody welded aluminum baseball bats together and fucking put him in a fucking cage.
Being your size, though, could you, with the fencing one, was it impossible to get your feet into, like, your
I
boot
never. That's why when I worked my Hell in the Cell. I said I'm not. I said I don't have a problem doing Hell in the Cell. I have a problem getting color. I don't have any problem doing anything. I said, but my firm belief is, and I won't fucking budge on this, is cage match is there for a reason, and I'm not gonna fucking go outside of the cage.
right?
Like, that's the blow off. You don't have a cage match just because it's fucking, that's what this event is.
It's got to have the logic.
I mean, but if it's Hell in a Cell, that's great. But it's hell in a cell. It's not hell on the cell.
On the cell.
It's not hell off the cell. It's hell in the cell match. So as soon as you fucking take it outside of the cell, you no longer are having the match that you're fucking supposed to be having. Just
You're a purist, and that's, goddamn it.
That's just how I feel. If it's not the case, then obviously you don't need to be in a Hell in a Cell match if you still think you should get away from the person.
How about battle royals? Bunch of goofy motherfuckers running around in there throwing their
Horrible.
bodies around.
Especially if they fucking the traditional. At least Rumble.
Yeah, I'm not talking the Royal Rumble. I mean when there's 20 motherfuckers in the ring.
It's who can get their back to the turnbuckle the fastest when the bell rings.
Just park there, work the
Open your
rope.
Open your fucking, like, get your ankles press against the ropes. So if anybody bashes anything, they're not going to pop a knee. They're not going to take your ankle out. You know, just get it. Oh,
this is interesting. So not to have your feet out toward the mix, to be standing upright is what you're talking about.
You want to be upright, and you want to be fucking, yeah. And then you take some shots, you sell down with your ass on the second turnbuckle, and then you bend your knees so the ropes keep you, if somebody comes in from an angle with another guy or something and they fucking go, it doesn't take your knee out, you're pretty much just wedged in there.
Right. Chair shots.
I think they're absolutely safe if you take them like I do.
Which is?
Swing it this way. Swing it like a baseball bat. So that way I can turn into it, and as I turn into it, I can fucking, if you were swinging a chair at me in real life and I turned into it, I saw a chair, I'd go, oh, fuck.
Right.
I'd protect myself with my hand, but of course it's too much. It goes through my hand into my head, but that gives me a chance to flat back out of there before as soon as it hits my hand, I'm gone. So that chair doesn't touch my bean at all.
It's the overhead where we get into trouble.
That's when I won't take those anywhere above my fucking T3.
Right. Blading. I
mean, I've done it before. As you get older, man, you get lazy, and it saves a lot of work. It's a lazy motherfucker.
To get that pop, you mean?
Oh, no, just to get fucking heat. If you're babyface, man, what are you going to do right there? Fucking, man, get me in the corner, bust me open. I'll just fucking, now all you got to do is fucking sell. The fucking visual of the blood's fucking, just, it's a real fucking easy way. It's a shortcut.
Got it.
Blood's a shortcut.
How about fans? Like either at the guardrail, in the arena parking lot, in bars?
I don't know. We always were in a pack. So Like even like worst case scenario would be like me and Scott on the road. And ain't nobody gonna fuck me and Scott. I mean, they might fuck with us, but I'm not worried about me.
Well, there was that famous, was it Syracuse, where Sean and Sean were...
I wasn't there, though.
Yeah.
That'd never happen if I was there.
How about the ring itself? Ropes, turnbuckles, fucking stairs being used as a weapon.
I mean, it's, you know how to do
the ropes
all
took
those.
Mick's ear off.
But that's because you do the hangman. If you don't do the hangman,
right.
you don't lose,
You keep your ears.
Right. Guess what? You don't go through the announce table if you don't jump off the side of the cage.
Because hell is in a cell, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Kev, we talk finances all the time here. What do you typically pay for jeans? I'm going to float this. I'm just going to guess. 200 at least. It's not very hard to spend 200 for jeans. 200, maybe 150. How about the perfect jean? They're good to great value, $79.99. Would you wholeheartedly and authentically recommend the perfect jean? Yes, you would. Yes, you would. Perfect Jean has redefined jeans, redefined what they could be. No more crushed nuts. I mean, we're not out here drilling for oil, or working in a mine. We're not mining obsidian. We need comfort. They can be soft. They can be smooth. They can have some stretch to them. And this is exactly what the perfect jean has figured out. Soft, confidence boosting, stretchy perfection that make you look so damn good your chick's not going to be able to keep her hands off you, all right? 6 fits from skinny to thick. Waists 26 to 52, lengths 26 to 38. That's over 5,000 ways to find your perfect fit. No matter if you're tall, short, skinny, or thick, you should never have to settle for the jeans that you're spending that kind of money on. And then if you get the gift of the perfect jean at that $79.99 price point, home run. Maybe you're a guy who never skips leg day, Kev. I know you don't skip leg day, for God's sakes. So you know the struggle. You've got jeans that either cut off the circulation to your thighs or they're so baggy in the waist you could smuggle a watermelon out of the grocery store. These are for you. All right, they're designed for guys with actual legs. All right, so you can finally have a pair of jeans that fit your waist and your tree trunk thighs, for God's sakes. And over 500,000 men already agree that the perfect jean has the best premium essentials where you never have to sacrifice comfort or style or settle on a size that doesn't fit you perfectly. And you don't have to break the bank here to look and feel amazing. Our listeners are getting 15% off their first order on top of the great pricing, plus free shipping. How about that? Let's throw in free shipping, Kev, at theperfectjean.nyc. You can just Google that the perfect jean and use the code Kliq15 for that 15% off. But why don't you hit them up directly, theperfectjean.nyc, Kliq15, KLIQ 15 for that 15% off. Thank you, Perfect Jean. I have 2 pairs. I love them. I wear them all the time. I'm not bullshit.
So that's what I'm just saying, though. It's, the chance of getting color with no blade is, if you go out there and you're so fucking hard up for, you obviously haven't done your job if you're gonna fucking say hard way me. Fuck that.
Right.
You ain't paying me enough to fucking split me open hard way.
Did you ever let someone else cut you, or you always handled your own blade?
I used to disposable scalpel.
Where'd you hide it? In your tape? Your wrist tape?
Yeah, my wrist tape.
Okay. And then after you used it, in your pocket?
Back of my wrist.
Oh, back in okay.
Put a tab and then... And I always put it deep. Put it deep. A lot of guys, like, if the tab was in the inside here, I put the blade on the back of my wrist. And I would just reach and find it. Then that way I would put the tape
What's
back
the
down.
tab? You mean the fold in the tape?
The fold in the tape.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you'd get a full, like a half wrap on the blade, you're saying?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, okay.
So when I put it back, that's like there's nothing worse because there's tape on the blade. So if you if you drop that in the ring, then fucking and the
Pretty
tape's
visible.
white. Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah.
You know. I always used to fucking like Hulk used to fucking tell me he used to fucking put it in his mouth. He put the blade in his mouth and he was done with it.
He's full of shit. He used to put it in his tights. I used to see it all the time.
No,
You
I
know-
mean, but he said he has done it in his mouth.
Maybe he's
before.
tried it. You know who always kept it in his mouth? Sheiky.
I mean, think about though, if Hulk had the fucking belt on, the weightlifting belt, it'd be hard to fucking put that in your fucking trunks.
No, he would start the match in the wrist, and then he'd put it in the yellow in his trunks.
Yeah, but when he was fucking Hollywood, he didn't have.
I
trunks
guess
on.
yeah. If he was wearing,
He had
the-
that fucking weight belt around his waist.
I can never imagine putting a blade in my mouth. That's unbelievable. All right, so the blading fans.
You know, but I used to fucking work with a fucking the dip of fucking Copenhagen.
Why?
Because you're on the road, you're bored, you just put a dip in.
So
It
if
says,
when you're done with it, it's a 20-minute match. You can't live without it for 20 minutes.
you just
I'm
gotta
surprised
go.
you put
in.
tobacco in your system, by the way.
Fuck.
Little surprise.
On the road, man. I used to fucking.
You had to be like Merle Haggard just because you were listening to the music.
I guess, but I mean, fuck. There's so many guys that fucking got so hooked on fucking Skull or Copenhagen.
Yeah.
I mean, Scott never, Hunter never, Pac a little bit, but Sean like crazy.
He's from Texas.
Yeah.
Who smoked cigarettes? I know Rick Rude smoked cigarettes.
Rick smokes cigarettes.
All the old guys, they're like Harley did.
Yeah, but it was an era behind. An era behind me.
What about with you guys? Rick.
Who? Just Rude.
Rude. I'm saying Rude.
Jake.
In your era. Oh, Jake. Yeah. Right.
Jake smoked. But I mean, like fucking for our agents, like Lanza, fucking. I mean, he's fucking sit in front of you and blow smoke right in your face. He didn't give a fuck.
All right, Kev. How about a Mount Nashmore? All right, it's time for Mount Nashmore, where Kevin will construct his Mount Rushmore of this week workers who could hold their booze.
Whew, let me think. I could pretty much do that in the.
I was going to say everybody in your car.
The van that I drove from town to town. You know, Paul didn't drink, but the rest of us. Kid was not. Pac was never that big of a drinker.
But was anybody legendary where even you guys were like, how the fuck does
Taker.
whoever Bart Gunn do it?
No, Taker. I put Taker there.
Okay.
I definitely put fucking Austin. Me and Hall.
Okay.
Fellas, you already know what time it is here. It's time to level up, and BLUECHEW is going to do that with you. They just dropped something crazy, Kev. I am talking about next level championship belt gold-plated energy. Gold being the operative word here, because BLUECHEW Gold is here. The newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand. This ain't your grandpa's little blue pill. This is the 4-in-1 beast that's setting the gold standard for performance. We're talking 2 ingredients for blood flow to keep the rocket pumping, now mixed with apomorphine and oxytocin to turn up the arousal and connection in your brain and body. Blue Chew Gold now dissolves under the tongue. Works in as little as 15 minutes. There's been all these, I wish I had it up. Someone on Twitter's been documenting his journey with his wife into Blue Chew Gold, and they're both almost too happy to speak. Making guttural sounds is what they're doing. And that means you can get in on the guttural sounds in the bedroom and stay in the game longer. It's elevation without hesitation, guys. All right. We've got a special deal. We want you to do this, okay? We want you to get on board. So for our listeners, 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with the code NASH. That's promo code NASH, the big guy, big Kev, big sexy. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew and their Blue Chew Gold, their wonderful Blue Chew Gold, for being here with us from day one and sponsoring the podcast. Anyone we've spoken to has loved it. People hold up the pack when I'm at conventions and stuff from across the room. They go into the wallet and hold up the little Blue Chew pack. So get on the action. BlueChew.com, promo code NASH.
They're sending me the product.
Oh,
I keep hearing that song. Oh, black water, keep on rolling.
Oh, mud
sipping
water, keep on sipping.
It's Michael
Yeah,
McDonald's
that's
birthday today.
on.
by the
Keep
way.
on shining on me. Keep on
Michael-
shining your light.
Yeah.
Gonna make everything. Pretty mama gonna make everything all right.
Michael McDonald's a beast.
Ain't got no one.
And name any other doobie by name. I can't.
I can't either.
I can see them.
Honey
the guy with
Blunt?
the straight blonde hair. Who is it?
Honey Blunt. As far as
Is
a,
that-
a doobie.
Oh, honey. Oh, a doobie bro. Yeah. Because I was going to say, that's an
Fuck
epic
no,
name. if
man.
that's-
No, I
Name
can't.
name somebody. I guess you could name Neil, the guitarist for Journey, but that's
Wow.
it.
No, I got them all. Neil Schon, Ross
looking them up
Valerie
right
was
now.
the bassist. Steve Smith was the drummer. Jonathan Cain, who wrote most of the songs, was the keyboardist. And Steve Perry was, of course, the vocalist.
How'd Steve's cock taste?
I prefer Arnel Pineda, the Filipino that replaced him.
So I'm in the gym the other day, right? And it's like all a bunch of big powerlifter guys and shit. So I'm in this like hardcore gym. And there's like, I'm like starting to like, I don't really listen to the music until I get to like into a zone period. And then like I kind of set it on autopilot because I've already like warmed up and now it's like, okay, we're going to do this workout. So usually I have to fucking kind of gear into the music a little bit. So I'm just sitting there, and there's a clock that's on the right-hand side of my shoulder. Of everything I'm doing is basically I'll be facing this way. So there's a clock on this wall on my right shoulder that is it's a time clock, but it's hours, minutes, seconds. So it's 5:23:32. So when you work out, if you're going to take a 2-minute break between you get it right to as soon as you finish your last rep, you look over, okay, I got this, and then so you can do that. So there's a whole thing, and the music's going, and I'm listening. So I sit on this fucking bench, and I'm like, oh fuck. Don't tell me I gotta fucking start my workouts in Nickelback. I'm like, phew.
Oh man.
So fucking Nickelback fucking finishes, and another one comes on. And I went, Nickelback.
Oh
And
my God.
I look back, and here's these big fucking. I'm thinking these guys are gonna listen to Korn or something, like. I'm waiting for, are you ready? And I looked at him, I said, dudes, I said, you would think we were listening to the Nickelback fucking, Sirius Network or something. The one fucking guy that I would think probably has got 2 fucking unconfirmed kills in his neighborhood with the bodies in shallow fucking graves. Oh, yeah, that's what we got on. It's the Nickelback. I went, They went, "You don't like Nickelback?" I said, "Honestly, fuck no." They said, well, I said, "I don't want to offend you guys twice, and I'm sure you all listen to country music, so you can put on anything country you want, because my next thing would be absolutely nothing country." I said, like, do they have, like, I don't know, like classic fucking rock and roll?
Yeah, so
Like, that's usually like something that's kind of middle, you know.
it's a catch-all.
That's
Yeah,
how you
Steely
can work
Dan.
out. You can't work out to, I just want to catch some fish. Eat
See,
my boo.
I couldn't listen to fucking.
What was that guy's fucking name?
No idea.
From the you're
From
referencing the guy that
TPUSA?
did the
Yeah, the TPOSA.
yeah.
Pandering.
Yeah, basically.
Speaking Mandarin because I'm pandering.
I have
That
no
looked like
idea.
such an exciting broadcast.
I have no idea what you're talking about, and I'm glad.
One of the guys.
No, I'm
Happy,
good.
we're
I'm
happy
good.
for you. He's good.
I'm good.
Well, you clearly didn't watch the Turning Point USA halftime show. Then you would have
Oh
seen
no, I
this
did
gentleman.
not. But I did watch the Bad Bunny with all the fucking music and everything taken out of it, and him just walking through the set, doing his fucking dialogue. Has anybody seen that yet?
No, I remember you sending the video of him doing it. Like, his thoughts on how to do it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's all I could think about.
Steve, see if you can find it.
So is
But
it like
it's-
the rehearsal
it's-
blocking?
No. It's fucking Bad Bunny halftime show. Only Bad Bunny's fucking vocals.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a. I remember you
mean,
sending out a
it-
different video,
I-
Kev, like months back about him doing
It
that.
it came on. Like we had 8 people in the house, and Tamara was like the people were talking shit. Tamara was like, "It's halftime. I want to watch this." And everybody, fucking please shut the fuck up. Like she was
doesn't
hot.
talk like
Yeah.
that. Really?
Bullshit, she doesn't. Like if she asked the room one time nicely, you got to realize who that motherfucker's been living with for fucking 39 years. That's fucking that. Her last name is Nash. She's as much Nash as anybody. She's as sweet as she can be, but motherfucker, come on. Like she don't give two. She knows her husband didn't bet the fucking game. So she knows her husband doesn't give a fuck about the Seahawks. Nobody. I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking care if it's. I think is this it?
I think this is it. I haven't heard it yet.
Ey, Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias. Ey, muchas novias. Hoy tengo una, mañana otra. Pero no hay boda. Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias. Ey, muchas novias. Hoy tengo a una, mañana otra. Ey, me la voy a llevar a todas pa' un VIP. Ey, saludan a Titi, vamos a Titi.
That's an experience.
Still slaps.
I just needed to see that so bad today because I'm like, am I actually Gran Torino? Am I at that point in my life where fucking, if it ain't Zeppelin 2, I ain't listening to it? I mean, motherfucker.
Put that on your workout playlist.
You can either play Zeppelin or the Isley Brothers. That is it.
Yeah, Isley's, hell yeah.
So, I don't know.
So, Kev, at your gym, is it like request based how the songs come through, or is there an app?
I train at 3 different gyms.
Okay.
So this one would be like there's a board, a chalkboard, and it's like the because it's a lifting gym.
Okay.
It's a powerlifting gym. So like you'll look over and it'll have like 300 and over, like the super heavy weights, and it'll have like the squat board. And then you look down and the first fucking guy on the squat board is 1193.
And that's not the top guy. That's the
No, that's the first. I mean, it's like the,
Okay,
it's I think that's the raw.
Oh, yeah.
This guy is the world's strongest human being without all those suits and bullshit.
Mhm.
He's a diesel mechanic. They say he just picks the fucking engine blocks out of the fucking the trucks.
Jeez.
He's as close to a buffalo as a human can possibly be. in like fucking like physical, like if you were to have a Marvel comic guy called Buffalo Man, there's nobody that could play him but this cat. So
he picks the music.
It's just that kind of a place.
Okay, yeah.
It's just like, so if they're over there lifting houses, you just shut the fuck up.
Right.
But if you go in there at 2 o'clock on a fucking Wednesday afternoon and there's 3 guys at the front desk and nobody's got a fucking elbow sleeve or knee sleeve or anything on, they're just kind of there. Fuck that. That means it's fucking, it's the 66-year-old grouchy good time to go, hey, you guys mind playing something else?
Yeah.
You don't have to. I mean, if you guys are absolutely devoted to Nickelback, but...
Kev, how do you decide which gym to go to?
Depends on what body part I'm going to train and what, like, am I going to do... like yesterday I trained legs, so I went to like the medium gym because they have the best leg extension machine.
Oh.
So I wasn't going to go super heavy on leg presses, but I was going to do like these lockouts that I do where you don't lock out. You don't go, you keep constant tension on your quads.
Mm-hmm.
And I only put like 300 pounds on the sled.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll do sets of a minute.
Yeah.
Like I don't count the reps.
You don't count the reps, you just do the minute.
The movement might only be, the movement might be 28 inches.
Yeah, yeah.
That my foot, moves.
Mm-hmm.
But and then I get right up from that and then go, because the extension is it just fits me perfect. Then I can completely lock my knees out and fire my muscles, and so that's that workout. So I can't do that at the other gym. So depending on what I'm going to do, and that's I'll sit at night and watch YouTube videos about I'll say show me fucking Ronnie Coleman's back workout, and on YouTube then I'll go from there. Underneath it'll be 20 other guys working out back.
Yeah.
And then I'll just pick and I'll go, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Then I'll just kind of put a workout together. And then I'll figure out which gym I can do that in.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Nice.
If you don't make it fun, I think that's why so many people don't go to the gym.
Yeah.
Because they don't fucking, I'd look at that like if I was going to fucking commit a caper.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I'd fucking, I've already looked up the different gyms around my hotel and looked at the equipment like on this European trip. Like
yeah.
I already know, like, okay, if I do decide to train legs, it's going to have to be this place in Glasgow on this day. Like, so, instead of just a lot of people would just, what would they do? They'll get there the first day. They won't have any fucking prep.
Yep.
And what's it easy to do when you're fucking dead tired? Sleep. Put your head, get in bed. And then boom, that day's gone. Now you're fucked up. Now the next day's fucked up. You're not going to work out because you're barely going to be able to get up and make the show. And then it's just,
yeah.
So that's what Tamara she looked at me. She goes, "Why do you do that?" And I said, "I don't know. Probably because I've been doing it for like 35 years." Mm-hmm. Like if she goes someplace, she knows what. If she goes to Disneyland, she's got a fucking itinerary in her head of where the fuck she's going. Disney World, I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I don't.
You have to there. Everything's so
Yeah,
regimented. with
and
the
it's and
schedule.
they've made it so fucking Orwellian.
It doesn't feel. It's not a vacation. It is
Oh, no.
It's an exercise in travel planning and scheduling and event planning.
You have to be fucking computer savvy.
Yeah. Which is why, like, when we go down for a long time, that like takes the pressure off a little bit because
you can stretch it out.
You could walk in and be like, you know what? Pretty fucking cloudy. Why don't we just grab dinner now and bust back? See what it looks like after dinner. We'll go to the boardwalk, whatever. So, yeah. But if you have a tight, like if you're one of these people who plan like 4 days,
yeah,
your
you're
shit
fucked.
is fucking timed.
And like right
you
now,
want to do everything.
It's so fucking cold down here again.
What's the temp?
It was 61 when I drove down here.
Oh man, I'd kill.
But I mean, yeah, but it was fucking 75 yesterday, and it was sunny today. It's gray, and the thing is it was so cold. We probably lost between $20,000 and $30,000 worth of landscaping.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Our Robollinis look. I mean, you don't know. You never know. But it's never been 21 degrees this long, 7 hours ever since we've been here.
Wow.
And it's been such a cold winter. The ocean is never. It's like the ocean should be like 66 right now. It's like 58. Like the ocean is like the San Mateo, going across the San Mateo Bridge in fucking Frisco.
Jeez.
I mean, it's fucking, man, it is. When that wind, I took the trash out last night, and that fucking wind was blowing off that ocean, and I was just like, fuck. And we have when I walk out the side, it's blocked by some fucking big ass shrubs, but as soon as I go out to where the fucking access to the ocean is, there's nothing there. Mm-hmm. It's just the ocean, and fuck, man, that wind hit me. I turned into a 9-year-old kid in Detroit. I was banging on that back door. Mom, I went in. Like, fuck. Tamara says, she goes, how is it? I said, it's fucking freezing. Because she was yelling at Cooper because Cooper wouldn't go outside and piss. He kept pissing on his pee pads. And I said, fuck, if I had to go out there and fucking lift my leg and fucking have my dong just hanging, I wouldn't go out there and fucking piss. If I could fucking, I mean, that's why we have fucking indoor plumbing.
Yeah, he's no dummy.
Yeah. Those little dogs are smart.
It was funny. The other day it was like 50 here, and that was like super warm. So I went out just like in a hoodie and a wife beater, and I went to the gym, and I was like, "This is great." And then yesterday I went back out, and it was fucking like 30, and I was like you, Kev. I was like, I gotta get the fuck inside. It's too damn cold right now.
No, I left this fucking this I don't know old man's fucking hoodie down. I left it down here because I brought it down here and it was cold. And then when I walked out, I knew it was gonna the temperature was gonna break around 5 o'clock, and the cold was gonna go south, and we were gonna get a warm thing from north. So I knew when I left here was probably gonna be warm. So I wore it down here, and then when I walked out, and I went to lock up, I walked out in the lanai, and I went, oh fuck, it's humid. It's nice. So I took this off. I walked back in, set this over the chair.
Yeah.
So it's down here. Thank God it's down here because I drove down here. And I walk out of my house in the garage, and I get into my car, and then I get in my car. I drive underneath the condo, get out of my car. So until I get up on the 5th floor and then walk out to go, because you have to walk outside to go to your unit.
Mm-hmm.
Until I get out there, I'm like, oh, fuck. So.
I know not to talk when other people around this time of year talking about the weather where they are. I just get to be like, yeah, that'd be very rude of me.
Usually that's us.
Right?
Like,
Florida too, yeah.
At the beginning of the week, this is what the week was supposed to be. I'll just do the highs. Super Bowl was going to be cold, 67, and it ended up being fucking 60. And then it was like Monday was going to be 74, Tuesday 74, Wednesday like 75 or 6, and today like 78. And today was fucking barely, I don't know, 60 degrees.
That is quite the shift.
Yeah.
Right. That's when it gets brutal, when you can't get your bearings because each day is fucking.
Yeah, I get that too. It just fluctuates.
And I'm one of those guys, man, because I grew up in Detroit. If the sun's out, I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know, when I landed in Milwaukee, it was 11 degrees. I had on a Under Armour fucking thing you go out and hit a bucket of balls with to warm up. You know, if it was 40 degrees or 50 degrees, like a light gimmick and light sweatpants, no socks, tennis shoes, and fucking my buddy that was picking me up said, I knew, knowing you as long as I have, that there's no way. He said, I've just never seen you in a coat. And I said, yeah. I said, that's a fucking, when you're trying to fucking downsize pack, as soon as you put a coat into that fucking equation, that means the fucking, it's like, what goes, the cervical pillow or the fucking coat?
Right.
Well, if I don't sleep and my neck's fucked up and I'm going to be gone for 3 days, that's a huge loss. Being cold from the Suburban to the front of the fucking hotel ain't that big of a fucking deal. I can scoot pretty quick. So
yeah, you didn't plan on hanging outside the whole time.
No,
So.
I'm not really one of those guys that needs to go out and have a couple of cigarettes every hour.
Let's start. Steve, I colored red, if you can see in the script.
Mm-hmm.
The pieces that'll be episode 190. I'm going to try to do it as seamlessly as possible. I will put like an edit break that you can put a time code note, what to chop out for next week's episode. If you see, I'm even going to try and do that a little bit in the open.
Okay.
Right? And then the other stuff is...
Is there any way that when we start this show next week, Steve or whoever needs to do it, like do our normal open, then the first shot, instead of it being Sean, have it look like Bikini Bottom on SpongeBob, and it say something like, seemingly a week later, and then start the show
1 week later,
because we're going to have the same clothes on.
Yeah.
You know, so I just think it would be funny.
I like that.
I mean, I can take this off. I got a T-shirt on underneath.
But the way we're doing it today is kind of crazy, so we'd have to be changing back and
That's
forth.
what I said. I said, well, just fuck it, man.
We can. This is going to be epic. We can do this, though. I believe we can do it.
And
All right, start us off.
Perfect. We got to do that. That's all we need, man. That's perfect. 1 week later.
1 week later.
All right.
So this pre-show we just did is going to get interspersed in if it needs to be, or we're...
I don't...
Yeah.
We have it in the We have it in the chamber.
I think we have some good bits in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I could fucking go into some of that shit in detail again because it was like deep conscious stone shit.
You got to do some Bondi because that was all before we went live.
Oh yeah, the Bondi stuff
we'll go Bondi. Yeah, we have to. It's, you know.
That should be an expression. I went Bondi on him.
I went full Bondi.
But I also,
Bondi.
it's funny because I also have another take that I haven't given us yet.
That you'll share on the air.
I'll share on air.
Also,
good show, guys.
A very brief funny thing on the gym music talk we were doing. There's an app called Rockbot, which is what all Planet Fitnesses use, where you sign into the app and then you get to request songs that way. but instead of requesting a song, you can request to shuffle an artist. And one day I was feeling particularly old, I guess, and I chose to shuffle Pink Floyd. And they chose a song by Pink Floyd called Adam Hart Mother Sweet, which was 23 minutes and 44 seconds.
Jeez.
I was the biggest fucking heel of the gym.
I was going to say, and I don't know that I could get a good pump to "Mother, did we win the war?" You know, like, I don't know.
Well, I was
if I'm gonna
stretching
be
like
in the
that was
right
the vibe
headspace.
for that was the vibe for the stretch and sit-ups. Like that's what I wanted. And then it was just, and like I didn't request the song. I requested the artist, and then it played the song.
Right, I get it.
Yeah,
For the Bondi talk, we got someone requesting
Republican Kev. We need
we gotta have
Okay,
Republican
we'll see.
Kev.
Well, when he gives us the other take, maybe I'll call on Republican Kev.
I'll definitely be. I'll be.
That's too in your face. How about Red Kev?
Red Kev.
Red
Can we
Kev
call him
is
Red Kev. It's just it flows
Republican
a little more
Kev.
trippingly.
Red
You
Kev-
like the
Red
full?
Kev without
full
I
explanation?
like the Johnny Carson absolute fucking Fern. That's I just.
When you read Art
Karnak.
Fern,
Yeah,
you're pulling out the Art Fern references
Yeah,
here.
but I mean,
Unbelievable.
come with a. I mean, we want to go full Karnak on this. So.
all right.
Good show, guys.
All right,
Have a
get
good
me
show,
in.
fellas.
Kev, you may remember our special guest a few weeks ago, Midge. Midge was here to tell everyone about BETTERWILD. She's connecting with her ancestral beast, the wolf. And that's because our friends at BETTERWILD have given us the magic wand, okay, in the form of wolf probiotics called the Ancestral Advantage. Listen, let me explain this to you. Your dog is connected to the wolf. This is their ancestor. My Shih Tzu, it says amazingly, is the breed most closely connected to the wolf. You'd never know that as she's laying on the ottoman on the furry blanket for hours on end. But the construction is that of the wolf. Okay? Okay. So if you're seeing some signs of allergies in your dog, you may not even realize this. Scratching, rubbing, licking the paws, that was Midge. Itchy ears, might be prone to ear infections even. Rash, red skin, you can see underneath, a lot of scratching. Guys, these are indications of allergies. They're not normal dog behaviors. I have a dog, so it has to scratch all the time. Not the case. All right, allergies in dogs flare up when bad bacteria takes over the gut because 90% of your dog's immune system lives in the gut. They know this at BETTERWILD, and that's why the BETTERWILD Allergy Relief Soft Chews are a part of Midge's diet. They should be a part of your puppies as well. Let's talk about the allergy supplement chews that include 4 ingredients. The premium blend of the Wolf Probiotics, the Ancestral Advantage, designed to rewild your dog's gut. Alsacii, a postbiotic. All right. Colostrum, to boost the immune function and fight inflammation. And salmon oil to support healthy fur and skin. Guys, if you have a dog, they're worth the investment. Don't let them be uncomfortable. You're their connection to feeling good. Do your goddamn job already. BETTERWILD is offering our listeners, and our listeners alone, up to 40% off their order, your order, at betterwild.com/click. K-L-I-Q. That's betterwild.com/click for up to 40% off. If you don't do it, your puppy's going to jump on the phone and hit it themselves. So I don't know if you have a fingerprint protection, if their paw protection can activate your phone. Do it for them. betterwild.com/click.
Yeah. But don't you think like in the last year, I think that this is like, it's not that it's not like, oh yeah, we do a podcast. This is like a huge thing of my life. Like I am constantly trying to find information or something that makes this more entertaining, a smarter watch or listen.
Yeah.
Like I just saw a thing today, and it was the first time I saw it, where they're going to go to this basic currency. It's going to be, everything's going to be electronic, and the paper is going to be like worthless. And I've read, it was a very in-depth piece that I read, and I don't know if it's a scare tactic. With all this, there's been so much shit financially with what it could possibly do to the markets. Then you've got the silver, like the precious metal volatility that we've never seen. Like that was always buy gold. That they've been fucking since I was born.
That was the safety hatch.
Absolutely, man. That was was, I'm watching today, and some guys talking about tax-free 10-year municipal bonds. If you can find one at 4%, it's with it being tax-free and everything else, it's basically like having money in an 8%. 8.5% fucking, and I'm just, and I'm sitting there and I'm doing the math, and I'm doing some side studying and shit, and I'm like, and then what do? You start fucking hunting. So now I'm fucking hunting for fucking, I don't want anything less than AA. If it's a fund, so I'm looking at, so I started looking at
a rating, yeah.
Right, AA rated, and I started looking at the funds. I can't find anything above a fucking 295. And this guy on fucking Squawk is telling me to find a 4. Well, motherfucker, it doesn't exist.
Right. Now, certainly. I mean,
no. It's like, well, where I'm looking, I can't find it. And I'm thinking, like, how did this happen? How did the kid that looked out to fucking school in 4th grade, he looked outside and it was snowing, and all of a sudden he looked over where his fucking park and his fucking boots were that he'd walk home in. He'd be like, oh, I can't wait. I hope it snows so I can act like I'm leaving the spaceship and going back home to the smaller, like and I'll be in my space suit. And like my imagination was just rampant. I'd play with something at my house, one of my figures or something, and then I would carry that image of me, like basically playing with that and keeping that storyline going. So when I came home, I could slide right into it. Never giving a fuck about what they were teaching, talking about, nothing. But get me in PE class, I'm there 100%. Put me in art class, and I'm there. Put me in music class, I'm there. Anything else, I don't really give a fuck.
Right.
Like and to get to a point in your life where you're 66 years old, and you're fucking like Pavlovian over fucking financial information. I said, I just don't know how the fuck I got here.
By making it.
I guess, right? I mean,
it wasn't part of your world back then. But it's got to be part of your world now.
I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to get this feeling that it might be harder to fucking keep than it is to make. With the way this fucking, that becomes a whole different, that's why you keep taking body shots. That's why you keep fucking packing a bag.
Yeah.
Because if they're gonna give me, if I'm still gonna make a living, and a good one, I'm getting paid to travel. That's what I'm getting paid.
That's the work, right? Yeah.
It's always been that. It's still the fucking miles and the fucking money. Still, man.
He said, Moose Fitzgerald, what do you think about the House voting against Trump's tariff on Canada and the threat he made to stop the Gordie Howe Bridge?
Well, this is pretty close to my heart because, I mean, this affects Detroit, immensely. So the Ambassador Bridge has been there since, I don't know when the fuck it was. Since I fucking got smacked on the ass, the Ambassador Bridge has been there. I think it was made in, I don't even know. I think the fucking tunnel was in 39, so there's a tunnel that goes underneath the water to Windsor, and there's also a bridge above it. I believe it's the most traveled transit, as far as just commerce. I think it's the largest one as far as just traffic traveling north-south across those two borders. I think the Ambassador Bridge is kind of it. And so there's a billionaire that owns that bridge. I want to think his name's Maloney. Could you guys check who owns the Ambassador Bridge? So the Gordie Howe Bridge was built on 100% Canadian funds. And it's basically, it was supposed to be open in the summertime. And I think they've just kind of fucked around where it just hasn't kicked off yet. Yeah, the Maroon family is Matthew Maroon is a billionaire that owns the Ambassador Bridge. So the word has it that Maroon called Lupnick and said, hey, we can't have this Gordie Howe Bridge open because it's going to take fucking revenue away from my bridge. So, I mean, all you got to do is be a high enough billionaire in the hierarchy where you can make a call, and if it's not good for the American business, and if Trump fucking agrees with the guy, then it's shut down. So
Wow.
Basically there's nothing going on with this Gordie Howe Bridge, and I believe
It has a lot less to do with the tariffs than it does.
Well,
with
no, but I mean, so Trump posted, until they fucking Canada makes shit right with us for all they pay us back basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when this tariff shit is coming along. I'm pretty sure it was 6 fucking Republicans that voted with the fucking Democrats to push that tariff thing through, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was, but they.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's one of those things where I was talking to my buddy that owns Portofino's down here, the Italian place, and he said that I asked him how business had been because we were in there the other night and it was packed. But the Daytona 500 is this Sunday. So the race is in town, so everybody's in town for the race. So, you can just tell that the traffic's, it's busy. There's probably 100,000 people more than there usually is in this area, with the race coming up. And where the fuck was I going with that?
Well, you're talking to the guy from Portofino.
Oh, he was just saying how the it's amazing the amount of revenue that they've lost in the last year, and just the snowbirds that we used to, you would drive around and 10% of the fucking plates in Daytona Beach area were Ontario or Quebec. A lot of the people that live next to my mother-in-law, the owners of the home, they are from Ontario. No, they're not. I'm sorry. They're from Quebec. They're from right across of Maine.
Okay.
But they come across and drive down 95, and it's like everything is so I want to think right now, the Canadian dollar is like worth 64 cents down here. So that when they come down here, man, they get crushed.
Yeah.
So he's like, and he was talking to my mother-in-law, and he was like, I just can't afford even to drink the beer I like. So I think Tamara went and bought him a case of Stella today and dropped it off.
Wow.
Just kind of like, hey, man, we're sorry.
Gesture, yeah.
Yeah, like, fuck, man. Like, I grew up with, I mean, to me, Canadians were it was like fucking people from Ohio.
Right.
You know?
Kliq This is a production of Butch and Sundance Media, produced in association with Podcast Heat, created by Tristan Nash, Kevin Nash, and Sean Oliver, producers Steve Kaufman, graphics by Dominic D'Angelo, title sequence and audio edit by Wesley Burleson, theme song by Dale Oliver, technical research by Tristan Nash, copyright 2026, Butch and Sundance Media. Kev, next week, do you want to do 2?
Can I think on it?
Let us free to fade away into eternity. Circulate, you've come to love me, but now I'm frozen in dead flesh. Oh, Sophie, knew all along it was a trick, but the customer service never answers a thing. Let us free to breathe in air we're supposed to breathe. Twists and turns, you've come to love me. Now I'm cold, I'm frozen. Baby, we're broken, and the customer service never answers a thing. Yeah, the customer service never answers a thing.